Hello there, welcome. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful smock dress with ruffle sleeves. This is looking so beautiful. If this is a video you are interested in learning, then let's get started. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share this video. So I have here this bodice pattern that I drafted up to the chest line level, and I have the front and then the back pieces. This is actually the same. The front and back, I use basically the same measurement for the two, except for the necklines. I did 4 by 4 for the front and then 4 by 1.5 inches for the back. So this is it. It is equal in size except for the neckline. So I'm going to go ahead and make my first alteration. From my shoulder line, I'm going to go down by 6 inches for both the front and back, and then draw a line across and then cut it out. So after cutting it out, I'm going to place the top pattern. I'll start with the front on my fabric, and then the center front of this pattern is going to be placed on fold here. So I'm going to just put this on the pattern. I just did this so that my pattern does not shift while I'm adding my seam allowances. So I'm going to add 0.5 inches seam allowances all around this pattern except for the center front, because we are cutting it on fold. And the next I'll do is to cut it out. So this is my back pattern. I placed it on the fabric. For the back, we are going to be cutting 2 pieces for the back. So here we go. I'm adding 1/2 inch seam allowances all around this pattern. So these are the pattern pieces for the back. I'm just marking it out the wrong side of this fabric, and this is the front pattern. So these are the pieces we have here. So I'm going to go ahead and then use this pattern to cut out the lining for this dress. So this is it. I have cut out the lining. I've gone ahead to pin my fabric onto the lining, and I'm going to stitch the neckline on 1/2 inch for both the front and then the back. So I'm marking out the part of the back. I'll be stitching my zipper, which is just 1/2 inch. So here it is. I'll just stitch around the neck and then give this a good press afterwards. So my zipper is going to be here. So this is what we have after stitching the neckline. I went ahead to also top stitch the front, and I gave this a very good press to toe the shoulder. So I'm going to place the back on the front like this, and then turn the right side of the back to face the right side of the front pattern, and then pin it down. Then I'm going to head to my sewing machine and stitch this down on 1/2 inch seam allowance. After stitching it down, this is what we have. It's looking so neat and beautiful. So remember to give this a very good press. The next I'll do is to measure the bottom of the front, and whatever I get, I'm going to be using it to cut out the bottom of this dress. So I have here this fabric that I'll be using for the bottom. I'm going ahead to fold it. The width of this fabric is 3 times the measurement we had for the front of this bodice, and then the length I'm working with is about 26 inches. I'm going to go ahead and add 1/2 inch seam allowances all around the armhole area. You can see that I've left 1/2 inch from the top of this fabric to the pattern piece. I left this seam allowance because we are going to be attaching this to the top bodice that we have already sewn together. So I'll leave 1/2 inch also from the armhole area towards the side. Then the next I'll do is to cut the armhole area. So after cutting it out, I'm going to draw gathers on top of this from this point through to the end this way. After drawing the gathers, I attach this to the top of this bodice. So this is it here, looking so beautiful and neat. So I just run loose stitches to hold down the portion of the back I will be stitching my zipper to. So the next I will do is to measure the back as well. It should be equal to the front because my pattern were of equal dimension. I'm going to go ahead and then repeat same for the back like we did for the front. So I'm going to add half-inch seam allowances towards the armhole of the bottom part of the top bodice, and then I'm going to leave half-inch seam allowances on the top as well. Then I will go ahead and cut the armhole area this way. Then the next I'll do is to draw gathers like we did for the front and attach it to the back of this dress. So this is what we have after attaching it. See how neat it looks, so beautiful. It's looking so lovely already. And for the front, I also went ahead to cut an extra piece of fabric which I drew gathers on and then attached to the front part of this dress. So I'm going to illustrate how I did this using the back. So this is the fabric. I'm going to go ahead and then hem the top this way. After hemming, I'm going to draw gathers on this fabric. The length of this fabric is about 10 inches. So after drawing the gathers, this is what we have here. I'm going to attach this to the back of this dress. This is the back. I'm going to pin the bottom part to the back this way, hold it with some pins, and then get to my sewing machine and stitch it down on half-inch seam allowance like I already did for the front. This is what we have here. This is how it looks. I also went ahead to stitch the sides together on half-inch and then hem the bottom of this dress. So this is it here. I attached a ruffle sleeve to this. In my next tutorial, I'm going to illustrate how I made these sleeves. And I initially intended adding a zipper to this dress, but after sewing it, I realized the neck was wide enough to fit, so I don't need a zipper. So this is the dress. This is the final work. I went ahead to add a belt to it. If you love to have a belt on it, feel free to do so. This is the ruffles looking so nice, and without the belt, see what we have here, looking so beautiful. Thank you so much for making time to watch this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share this video. We'll see you in our next video.